Give me this apartment before you have to call the police.
I want the millions, hold up, it. I want the billions. I make an impression when I hit the building. They be like, that nigga Landeezy, he killed them.
We back with another one, back with another one, back with another one. What's good with it, family? We're back with another one. And today I'm going to be telling y'all how I moved out of my mammy house at 18 and how y'all can do it too. Y'all tips that y'all need, everything to, you know, first time out the house, probably going to college, you feel me? And just starting your life, baby. Starting your independency, baby. Starting your independency, baby, because this is going to be one of a ride. Okay, so with me, I had a job before I left out the house. And I was just getting paid, you know, $10 an hour, door-to-door sales. I was working at this marketing agency. And it was all fine and dandy, you feel me? But I really didn't have no bread saved up at all when I moved out. I didn't have no type of bread saved up. So there's that. I had a car and so I didn't really need transportation, you know, to take my stuff, for somebody to take my stuff down to where I was. Cause I live like 2 hours and like 25-30 minutes away from where I used to live. So I didn't really need help with transportation coming down here or anything like that. I kind of sort of did everything on my own as so to get an apartment and figuring out which things next and stuff like that. My mom was always there to help, but she kind of knew, like, just from past experiences, like, I don't really need help as much. So she didn't really ask and was on me like, what you need to do next, but we need this, but we need that, like that. Like, if I needed her, I knew I could talk to her and ask her something, but it really wasn't like I was there all the time and she was helping me with each thing. I didn't want her like that. I called the people on the phone. I said, hello, yeah, can I get an apartment? Like, all that, like, on my own. I don't have any family down here. I only came down here with my best friend, you feel me? And yeah, it was just us, you know? Okay, the first thing you need to figure out when getting a house is what kind of apartment you can afford. With that being said, me, I couldn't afford no apartment. I couldn't afford anything, baby, but I had to get out and I had to go to college, so I had to figure it out. I already knew off back I didn't want no roommate. I wanted to come in whenever I wanted to. I didn't want to have, you know, the RAs and all that stuff on me tonight. Why you ain't come in? No, I didn't want none of that. I wanted my own stuff. Like, I didn't want no type of roommate. So the first thing I would say do is figure out what kind of apartment you can afford. So if you did save up and things like that, like if you have any handouts, donations, things like that, just figure out what that's gonna be. And also, if you have a refund, because that's what I had, if you have a refund coming in from your scholarships or anything like that, add it to contributing to your apartment, but also make room for books, all that stuff. When figuring out what kind of apartment you can't afford, you also need to figure out what job you're gonna have while you're in school. So how are you gonna fund this apartment? How much is the pay? Is the pay bi-weekly or weekly, and things like that? You need to find a job close to your home, flexible schedule. Make sure that they have overtime for you. They're good with your school schedule, if you know your school schedule right now. I would definitely recommend already having a job waiting for you when you get to college, because living off campus is no joke, and you want to make sure that you're paying your bills on time. You also want to have a max total price that you want to spend on bills, just bills strictly. When looking at apartments, you need to make sure that you give yourself options. You want to see what it comes with, the fees, what utilities it comes with, what utilities you have to pay, because you're definitely going to have to pay for installation fees, parking fees, pet fees, valet garbage. You need to make sure that you ask them, what does it come with? What do you have to offer? And what kind of fees can I get taken off, or do I have to get? You feel me? You know what I didn't know? I didn't know that you had to pay to have a pet. You have to pay to have a pet. Like, why? That's why I don't got no dog name. You want to make sure that you can bring your baby with you to wherever you're going. You feel me? Now, when talking to management, baby, you gotta come correct. You can't be soft. You feel me? You can't be soft. You can't.
I don't really know what I want to do. Yeah, I guess that'll be okay.
You can't guess. You gotta be sure you're going to be living there for a minute. So if it's roaches on the wall, you say, oh, okay, I guess. Why would you do that? Because you're in front of somebody? No. You have to know what you want, nothing less. When talking to management, you also want to see how they're acting. Look at their demeanor. You look at, ask them how maintenance is. Ask them where the maintenance gonna be at. Do you have office on site? All things like that, because you never know what's gonna happen. And you also want to talk about tiers. After a certain amount of time, they up the rent. We don't need that. For what? I'm still living in the same place. Like, you also want to look at the visitors rules and see how they are about visitors. Can the visitors stay here a certain amount of time? What is the bedtime for the whole entire apartment? Because they have quiet hours here after like 11:30. You want to see what rules they have with the late payments. Definitely, because it will really affect your credit. Make sure that you understand their late policies and you go about it the right way. How I got approved for my apartment is I basically just told her like, I'm really looking for a house. I live out of state, you feel me? I'm trying to get this apartment so I could go. I have until this to get in college. So apartments go based off your income and your credit score. I did not have a credit score because I was just turning 18, you feel me? I didn't have that. Usually they go based off pay stubs or something like that to check out your income and if it meets the requirements to get the apartment. But I didn't have that because I didn't start the job down there yet, and I didn't want to give them no old pay stub, you know. So I actually sent them my confirmed hire letter, and she was like, it said how much I got paid an hour and how much I got paid a week. So she was like, okay, cool, you know, like that could do, you know. That's how I actually got approved for this apartment, because I didn't have none of that. So that's why I tell y'all to make sure you're going into college with a job. If you can't, then it's fine. Like, just go based off whatever you gotta do, you know. For me, I had to wait a minute until I got my refund, so I really couldn't do that. I needed to get something right then and there. Okay, so now we need to figure out a budget. What can you buy right now? I couldn't buy nothing. I couldn't buy a thing, baby. You feel me? I couldn't buy nothing. I had to wait until I got my refund from my scholarship. So what I did, I definitely want to let y'all know to go to these local discount stores, go to these furniture stores, you know, go to Target, get y'all some things, just some quick things that y'all know, that the essential things that y'all really need, you know, toiletries, spoons and forks, honey, spoons and forks, shower curtain, all that, like just the essential things, you feel me? You also need to figure out how you're going to pay for installation fees, you feel me? How are you going to pay for installation fees? Because depending on what the apartment comes with, like if you have to pay for water, things like that, you need to get those things and certain things like that installed and have deposits. So security deposit, you need those things up front when you're getting an apartment. You need your security deposit. Mine was like $200, $250, something like that. You need to figure out how you're going to get that before even hitting them up. They're going to give the house to somebody else. They're going to give the apartment to somebody else that has their security deposit. Definitely go to flea markets, thrift stores. Try to go to Facebook Marketplace to find some good things to buy for your first apartment, and also look for family donations, you feel me? But if you don't got nothing, then it's fine. You could do this by yourself. Like, you don't need nobody. I had to wait a minute for my bed to come. I need y'all to make sure that y'all get yourselves a good bed. Oh my goodness. Invest in a good bed, y'all. Oh my gosh. It will change your life. But me, I started out with Airbed. And I don't care what nobody say. I started out with that Airbed, baby. That Airbed saved me. I went to Family Dollar and I got me a nice little Airbed. For the time being, from when my bill was coming in, I got me an Airbed. Y'all can actually look up giveaways. During that time when school is out and people are really are getting ready to go to college, people know Target is giving sales on cups, bowls, all that stuff. They're not the only ones. People literally have giveaways just for college students all the time. Okay, so when doing all this, you definitely have to apply it to your lifestyle, how you shop, your spending, how you eat, all that. You also need to figure out what kind of job you have so you can do your math and figure out if everything is going to align right, because you do not, when you sign that lease, you do not want to be stuck in a predicament that you can't get out of. Okay, so boom, baby, now we're getting in college. We're getting in college, right? Do you have a meal plan? Did you pay for a meal plan? You need to have money to pay for your meal plan. You need to pay for your parking costs. Also, you need to make sure, if you do have a car, you need to make sure that you have an emergency fund. Let me tell y'all, when I first got down here, my car broke down, bro. My car broke down and I didn't have no way. I had to get Ubers. Make sure y'all have an emergency fund just for things like that. Make sure the distance, your apartment, your job is all close to the school, because that's the major place that you're going to be at. That's what matters the most. You're in college because you want to be, and that's what you're going hard for, you feel me? So with all that, you need to make sure that you still have your why intact. You need to make time to get to class. Oh my goodness, make time to get to class. Especially if you go to a big college, parking is limited. When I tell you parking is limited and it's extremely hard to get a parking space, who care about you paying for parking? Who care about that? Nobody. People gonna park wherever they want to park. Also going to be traffic, lots of traffic. So make sure that y'all give yourself good time management to go to class. Last but not least, when the lease is up, be ready to go. You feel me? Because they're going to add on to your rent, right? But they're going to add money on. My apartment is $100 more a month to be here living month by month when your lease is up. So make sure that you're ready to leave. You have your other apartment down packed, baby. Everything is cool. Especially if you done paid your rent late and all that stuff. They gonna be like, oh, you gotta go. Because we trying to show other people this apartment, you feel me? We trying to show other people how this go down. So I hope this video finds y'all well, you know. I hope it really helped y'all out with getting this apartment, baby, because I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. That's all for this video though, family. Make sure that y'all give this a like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to binge watch my other videos. Get y'all some side hustles that y'all could get while y'all waiting to get out that house, you feel me? While y'all waiting to go to college, waiting to say deuces to y'all mamas and daddies and grandmas and grandpas, you feel me? I'll see y'all on the next one, family. Be breezy. Peace. Peace. Peace.
Get dough, get more, re-up, stack it up, get back, 10 racks, flex, 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 go.